to my mother that I don't care if you got a job, a kind of wife. Brush it off like I'm 16. You make me lie to myself that I can make.
Welcome to the Indie Tea Talk podcast. I'm Adam and this is Kay, your host for a journey into indie music across the north of England. Tune in as we share a brew with some of the most exciting indie artists around, exploring their unique melodies and creating a space where you can discover your favourite music like never before. And whilst you're here, please show your support by hitting that subscribe button. It's a massive help to us and also the amazing artists that we feature. Today on the Indie Tea Talk podcast, we're joined by a guest who has been writing songs since she was 8 years old, crafting bold, emotionally charged pop with cinematic twist. Named one of the Rolling Stones' new UK artists to watch, her music is somewhere between spaghetti western and glitter-filled breakdowns, part classic rock swagger and part late-night voice notes from your most dramatic friend. It's raw, playful and completely unmistakable. So let's dive into it and find out what drives BERENICE to make music that drives hard and sticks with you. Please welcome BERENICE into the studio.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Really nervous and excited to be here.
Oh, there's no need to be nervous.
A little bit. I read it's the same hormone, so I'm just trying to switch it
Oh,
up.
right. Okay. Nice. That's a interesting fact to start off with. I like it. So you've been writing songs since you were 8.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty serious dedication. What first pulled you into music, and when did you realise that it wasn't just a hobby but something you wanted to pursue seriously?
How much time do you have? So I was born and raised in a very music-centered family. Mm-hmm. So like music was always playing in the house, and we'd go to gigs all the time. And especially live music was a big part of my childhood and just growing up. Mm-hmm. And of my relationship, I think that's important with both my parents, between me and my brother. And it's all different relationships that go on at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think we always had that throughout our lives. And then I don't know why I started on. I don't know. I was so used to having people writing songs all the time around in the house, listening to CDs and stuff, that then I was like, I remember that Miley Cyrus did this cover of Joe and Jett's I Love Rock and Roll. And I kept on singing it because now like I knew the song and I felt really cool about it. Yeah. And then I started switching up the end. And that's the first time that I was like, oh my God, I can make it up. And then I just started making more up, and now I'm here. And in terms of like doing it seriously, I think it kind of became an obsession growing up when I was like 12. And also I'm a very non-instinctive person. I'm really shy with my emotions. And that was really not just like a hobby or something that was really dedicated to, but my way to understand what I was going through and kind of put this message in a bottle. And then maybe in 10 years, in 2, like whatever, someday I did do something to make the other person hear about how I was feeling, because I would have never faced it in real life. And then that just, I'm here in Yorkshire.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
I just kept on doing that, and I'm still doing that all day, every day.
Oh, that's lovely. I like that.
So you've described your music as Courgetti Western Pop, which is really cool. We love that. For people hearing that for the first time, how would you explain what that kind of means?
Oh my God. It's the perfect triangle, I think, between the Morricone spaghetti western dramas, but with a little bit of glitter, like Pink Pony Club western, if you know what I mean. And the Italianness, which is, I'm from Italy, born and raised, and a little bit of indie rock, but for like 20-something-year-olds. I think that is kind of like how to dramatize life as a 20-something-year-old with a little bit of dramatic flair. And movie-like scenery.
I like that. I
Nice.
think
That's actually a really good description
Thank
of it.
You've been thinking about that. I can tell.
Not really.
Really? Well, you've described it very well.
Thank
That
you.
is
Well,
a
I've
great.
been thinking about it every day for the past 4 years, so I'm
Yeah.
kind of exhausted.
Yeah. I bet,
But
I
no,
bet.
the Courgetti Western came about as a joke, actually, because I was in the studio with some friends and we were trying to find, because I came to London 3 years ago with hundreds of stacked up songs, and I didn't really know, they were never written to be played or recorded or performed. So they
Right.
were just there, and I had my favorites and I had the ones that meant a lot or whatever. And then I started working with people and going back to those songs and trying to find out what the Berenice sound would be
Yeah.
with those people in the room, you know what I mean? So we were just during lunch, and I loved this like cauliflower rice, and we found
Right.
out that we both were obsessed with cauliflower rice from the same brand. So we just ate that for like 3 months, and then we were like, oh, you know, there's also courgette. Courgette is like spaghetti made out of courgette, and they just do them in the UK. Probably nobody else knows what they are.
Right.
And I'm like, that is insane. And then someone goes, it's Courgetti Western, and I'm like, that is an elevator pitch,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna use it forever, and that never changed.
That's great. I love it. So, If I Took a Shot is your new single, and it's one of those tracks that's fun, messy, and surprisingly emotional all at once.
Thank you.
What's the story behind it?
Can we talk about alcohol? Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
We can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I think it's coming to terms with something that you can't really put in a box and keeps on coming back and coming back. And I was like, if I took a shot, I wrote it on a plane.
Right.
And I was like, if I took a shot for every time that I sang you in a song, oh, that sounds cool. And then if I took a shot is also like a tequila shot. So it was kind of like, if I took a shot, like a chance every time that I sang a song to you, that would have meant I've been brave. And the same thing goes for a tequila shot or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I had my mom and my parents screaming in the background, because I feel like with these situations, you just go through life, and you, whatever ups and downs, you just always come back to those sort of mileposts. But then you have your own like cohort of people following you along the way. And
Yeah.
I imagined this like bar song with all my besties and my friends and my girlies and my mom and my grandma, who loves the song, singing together at a bar playing, and they're all like, shot, shot, shot. Like, Mom, I promise I'm not that wild. You know?
Well, that's quite it's quite apt you say that, because there's quite a lot of personal elements in it with the people singing, and
Yes, yes.
a sound design almost, and chanting and like living in the background of that song.
Mm-hmm.
How did that idea come about? Did it kind of come quite naturally, or did you just think, oh, this could fit really well into that? Or
You mean like having my friends singing with me?
yeah.
It's a really not as interesting as it sounds. So obviously, like my whole life and personality is me and my friends most days, and I knew that I wanted them to be a part of this first EP as a celebration, because I wouldn't be here and alive without them. I switched careers 3 years ago, and everybody now is grown up with a grown up job and whatever. And they kept on being like, you are doing a grown up job. Like, you are doing everything you should be doing. And this is what you're supposed to be doing. And I wouldn't be here super excited about my EP or whatever if I hadn't had them. So I did want to kind of get something in return with this album and the single. But then I've been doing social media pretty hardcore in the past 6 months, which has been driving me places fun and not. We were talking about it.
Yeah.
But that, I was like, I couldn't sleep one night, and I was like, oh my God, wouldn't it be amazing as a text hook to go, you don't know how to sing? Well, I did feature all my best friends on a song, and it's out on Spotify. Go hear it as a text hook for like a TikTok thing. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna put my friends in the song. And then because the song goes like, you make me like to my mom. There's a mosquito.
Wow.
You make me like to my mom. I was like, she should be in the song shouting my name. So then you hear like her shouting like Mati, which is my first name in the song, which I love. And
that's a really nice element that
Thank
you have
you.
that in there though, and cute that you're saying that they've kind of pushed you to do this, so why would you not have them be a part of it?
Exactly.
That's really
Like
cool.
it's literally a village effort. Is that the
Yeah,
phrase?
village effort,
The
yeah.
village. It takes a village
Yeah.
to bring anything to life,
Yes.
a music project included. So you kind of need that support, whether it's my friend who does amazing videos and she just shot, like my friends just shot my music video and
Yeah.
it's the first one I ever did, or my friends who are just always there to hear me complain, vent, say whatever. You need a village,
Yeah.
and it's just thanks to them. Like I always knew that I wanted to do this, and this was my dream, and it's always been the same. But I don't think I would have had the courage to kind of go full in if I hadn't had at that specific time and place all the people around me, not just my mom and my dad, going, you're the coolest bitch, go.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Like,
Yeah.
because you do hear a lot of stories of people who haven't had that support, and it's a constant challenge.
Yes.
For validation from your family, which is it's very important, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it? You to have that family support behind you straight away.
Yes.
Is I think it's definitely what's pushed you to be.
It changes everything.
Yeah.
It changes everything. It's absolutely. It's I was really lucky because my parents, so I was studying and I was in a different field, and then it's like, why don't I take a gap year? And they were like, finally, she's singing, not in my house anymore. Good.
Yeah, go sing somewhere else.
Exactly. Like, thank you, Matti, thank you. And now it's been 3 years and a half, and they're still like coming to every single gig. And I was telling you before,
yeah.
like filming with 2 phones and
Yeah.
like my t-shirts,
Yeah.
all the things.
Oh, that's so
Cute.
cute. It's brilliant. The Antipasti, is that pronounced
Yes,
right?
that was
Antipasti.
perfect Italian.
EP. It's part of a bigger concept.
Mm-hmm.
And being the first course, what's in a trilogy? What's it leading to? Can you tell us? Do you know where you're going with it already, or is it?
I have a 5-year plan.
Have you? Come on, that's brilliant.
Not to sound like evil or anything. Anyways, yes. So it's Antipasti because then it's gonna be primi and secondi, and then I'd love it to kind of become this entire album with named caffè, dolci, and amari, which is coffees, desserts, and amari, which is like what's the English for like whiskeys?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know, more alcohol.
Alcohol. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, like a little nightcap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
after-
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what made you want to frame it in this way? Do you know? Did it just come to you slowly, or is it something that just happened overnight? You're like, I've got a great idea, I'm going to do this.
I'm a very anxious person, and I try to think of every single possible scenario that could happen. But then when something clicks, like writing a song, when it's the right sentence, it's the right sentence, it's the right verse or whatever. And I'm just really confident about it. And I think with Courgetti Western, it was the same. And I didn't know that I wanted something else to frame this Courgetti Western saga thing.
Yeah.
And then when I was like, oh my God, it's an emotional road trip with courses and it's Antipasti, so I was just like that, it's done.
Yeah,
check.
I think that's so nice as well that it ties in with everything.
Exactly.
And that then you can look back and have an ever-changing collection of music that you're like, okay, well, that was just the beginning, that was the Antipasti, and then there's so much more to come.
And yes, and I think also sonically it's not necessarily bound to a specific world.
Yeah.
So Courgetti Western is going to be one big thing that's going to be kind of it's my evolution, because I find it's the first time I think this, but it's actually true. So when I came to London and started doing music, it's kind of like it was my very first year as an adult, not logistically because I was already adulting and living, but it was me in my fullness and me in doing.
No, I get.
You know what I mean.
I get exactly what you're saying. Yeah. You've moved to a different country. You've become. You're in charge of yourself. You've not got as much of a backdrop to sort of cling to. You've not got all your family and friends there. You're starting afresh. And becoming.
And also emotionally, I felt like it was kind of like I paid my dues. I did all my schools and my uni and all the non-musical things because the music is bad and I'm doing music. And that's what I've been preparing for my whole life. You know? What was I talking? Yeah, so basically I feel like Antipasti is really the first time you feel these emotions. As an antipasti, it's like the first time you eat something in a dinner. So it's like you eat these first feelings and they have no relative. They're in absolute terms. So you just like experience them in saturated colors. So I feel like that is kind of like the path that I can see with Primi and Secondi, which is going to be the next EPs. It's this evolution where I'm myself much more confident than I was a year ago in this persona, in this Berenice project, in this industry. And I feel like you can see that in the songs that I'm writing now for the next EPs, which are much more, I wouldn't say boundary setting as a negative, but as I know where I stand and I know what I want. But this was much more brought about from a place of not knowing those things for the first time, you know.
Well, and you've invented Courgetti Western, so you can make it whatever you want it to be for the next courses.
Every single time I have a problem or a doubt, my very good friend Sophia comes to me and she's like, Matti, this is your project, so anything you do is right.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Like, that's so true.
I need friends like that in my life, definitely. That's great. I love that.
The time has come for the all-important question.
Oh God.
Don't worry, it's fine.
It's really not that scary. If your music were a flavour of tea, what would it be and why? I know we've already had a little chat about that, but we need to pretend we haven't. So that
I haven't. I didn't speak.
We haven't.
No. So here we go.
Do you know what I'm bringing?
Not a clue.
Oh, I'm so happy.
She's really chuffed with herself.
I'm really proud because I kind of tricked the system.
Oh dear.
And I cheated. It's not even my idea.
Do you know what? I can see it on the table and I know where it is.
Should I hold it up?
Yeah, go on.
I brought coffee tea bags.
You've cheated us. You've cheated us good and proper.
But it's legit. Like it's fair.
Do you know
it's
what?
Bags.
I'll let you off because it's by the same company that make Yorkshire tea, so it's fine.
Good. See, perfect. It wasn't even my idea. So I was having a sleepover at my friend's, Tina, who shot the video. Shout out to Tina and
Shout out to Tina.
Anyway, basically, I was like, I need to choose a tea. The problem is I don't really drink tea as much. I drink infusions or mint tea, and mint is not my tea. As a personality, like not mint, not chamomile. And she's like, hang on. 3 years ago, you know the memes of the dad who's like kept something in the house forever, and then when they find the exact spot where they can put it in, they're just like the most excited person. That was Tina, and that's like right that second she was like, I stole from this hotel 3.5 years ago these 2 coffee tea bags and they're perfect for you. I'll go get them.
Oh, I love that. Do you know what? I find it really surreal that somewhere in London you were having a conversation with Tina about what tea your music was. And I just think that that's such a strange concept.
Is it though? I'm naming everything after food. So
well, actually, that's a very good point. Yeah, maybe it's not as strange as I'd like it to be.
It ties in so well. It adds the perfect Britishness.
Perfect. Right then, it's time to drop it into your first live session.
Cool.
Do you want to tell us what you're going to be performing and maybe a little bit about it?
Yes, I'm going to be singing Little Red Heart, and it's the first single I ever released. And back to Antipasti and the meaning behind the songs, I feel like Little Red Heart is really about that fear of standing up for yourself and finally doing that for the first time. And I think it's an anthem. I love that song. So
brilliant.
Nice.
Can't wait. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Am I the victim or to blame? Or just not enough for you to stay? You left me here alone again, but I know you like that, don't you? I'm sick of your funny little mind tricks. I'm sick of this way I feel free. You're here, but you're nowhere to be found. Yet you got me feeling like I owe this all to you. I'm sure you knew this all about me, or maybe I knew it too. Baby, you're just about to crush me, standing on the edge and now I'm falling through. You see the sign as we're getting close, but on the tracks everybody knows I'm falling. You try to take a shot, but I don't belong to you. No, throw down your guns. This ain't your little red heart. Won't play your game, won't play it anymore. Here you come, trying to put me down on the floor again. Throw down your guns. This ain't your little red heart. I'm sure you came all this way to find me, to seek out your sweet revenge. For years I kept myself in hiding, now I'm standing in the open right in front of you, babe. Come on, throw your best punchline. I bet you even stole that too, like all those other little hearts that you drag behind you too. No. Hey, I'm calling, come on and take your shine. Now I'm bulletproof. Oh, throw down your guns. This ain't your little red heart. Won't play your game, won't play it anymore. Here you come, trying to put me down on the floor again. Throw down your guns. This ain't your little red heart. I'm not your little red heart. Oh no, 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 no. I'm not your little red heart. Oh no, here you come, trying to take me down on the floor again. Throw down your guns. This ain't your little red heart. Uh-oh. Ha ha. Throw down your guns. This ain't your little red heart. Oh no, 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 no. Woo!
So this EP feels like a big mix of emotions, from small details like verse crushes to heartbreak, chaos, love, all through the lens of growing up. Was there any songs or lyrics in Antipasti that hit especially hard whilst you were recording or writing?
Oh God, I didn't prepare this question. Well, one that always hits, and I think it's mostly me because I know the whole story behind, is I forgot to love you. I starved. The whole world went silent. I starved myself, and you stayed and stared. Was right there when we parted, but you held me tight. That whole idea of like being together and not really knowing. I just love the way I condensed 3 years in 5 words.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
I like that.
Or if I took a shot also. I love
That
if
is
I
a cool line.
I love the, so I'll put in a box, but I won't keep it shut, and I'll lie to my mom.
So you've clearly built something that's fully your own, musically and visually.
Thank you.
What advice would you give to other artists, especially I guess young women as well, trying to carve out a space, but also stay true to themselves?
Again, how much time do you have? It's such a big, important question, because I think a big, I wouldn't say issue, but something that I really struggle with, and I still do, is just trusting my gut.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's beyond music, but in music, there's always going to be, even the people that love you, that's the tricky bit, because you don't want to be annoying and just like, I'm the best, and I know the best. But then there's a thin line between taking in everybody's opinion and doing a very heavy average of all the 100 people you spoke to, and then just going, yeah, but I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do exactly like that's what happened when I was picking Berenice as my name, because it was always what made sense. But then it kind of had issues because a lot of other people had it or whatever, and I just went to every single person in my life and asked them. I sent a poll, and I did get the answer overall, and it was a different name. And then I was like, yeah, but you know what? I'm still sticking with my first choice, even if it was the bad one, because I think I wouldn't have been able to do that like 2 years before, because I was so insecure. And I think especially women in the industry are really exposed to judgment, whether it's judgment, physical judgment, so how you look, what you say, what you wear, and it's not necessarily negative. I think that's the problematic, that what's really cuts deeper, it's that it's not necessarily the odd guy who's gonna go like, oh, she gained weight or whatever. It's most likely maybe the person who's telling you something because they think they're just trying to support you and going, but maybe why don't you try that thing instead? And you're like, I just spent 17 months working on this, and like, you know what, it's just destroying me in a second, but that's not their intention. So that for sure, like, just sometimes you just don't need to think that hard.
Just trust the gut.
And even I know that the subsequential question I would have had 2 years ago, which is what is my gut? And it's just like, if you're choosing, that's what I always do now. If you're doing, we have ambarabacici coco in Italy, which is ini mini, I guess, here.
Okay,
all right, yeah.
Or you throw a coin, and that's what my therapist always tells me, just throw a fucking coin. And you throw a coin, whatever comes out, you go with it. But then, if you're thinking, oh God, I wish I had the other thing, then you know that's your gut. That's how I go about it.
I like that.
That's a very simple way of putting quite a difficult concept.
It
I
just
like
takes
that,
out all the fuss, I think. And especially for girls, it's really easy to get swept into the whole, especially with social media now, everything is video. Like that, I had such a transformative journey posting so much recently, because I'm terrified of that. That's probably the number one reason I'm scared to be sitting here. It's like, I hate seeing myself in videos and photos and all the things, and then it's just a job like you do. And I know there's so many other things on a deeper level, and I struggle with body dysmorphia my whole life, and I know there's so many girls out there doing the same, which is even worse with social media. But then if you just remember that this is just, social media is just a means for marketing your music, which is the point. It's not the video. Like, the video isn't the point. The point is the music, regardless of whatever Mark from middle school says. You know what I mean?
I think that's very true. I completely feel that, because one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do was, like, because I was so passionate about music and I wanted to create this channel and do this, but I thought, well, I'm gonna have to get up there and do something then. And I don't like being like on camera. It's not my thing. But if I weren't on camera, then we'd be missing a massive market doing all the YouTube stuff and all that sort of thing. And you've got to start, like, you got to think, do you know what? I don't care what other people think. If people have got negative things to say about what we're trying to do here, then, well,
they're not just important.
Exactly.
To listen to.
I'm not bothered.
But
because equally, and hopefully this has meant a lot to other people, and they've taken a lot out of it, and they've discovered new musicians, new artists that they might never have found before. So it's worth my internal struggle,
absolutely,
to do something that I'm passionate about, and I'll bite the bullet and get on camera and talk people's ears off.
I think just for me, it's even harder when that person criticizing is me, if that makes sense. So I know, but I'm at that very privileged position, where nobody really gives a fuck yet that much of what I'm doing. I don't have like a major label backing me up and like billions that are gonna be wasted if I don't perform right now or whatever. So that's freedom to me, because I can put out a country track after a rock synth track, whatever. Just because it makes sense to me. But then in that, like for instance, for videos, I hate watching me and I'm the worst critic, if that makes sense.
And if it's you that's choosing what you put on social media, then you can quite often talk yourself out of it, can't you? I do that all the time.
And I think it's kind of like a sociological study, because you can see my development. So before this January, I just had one song out, and before that I just did lots and lots of gigs, like on a daily basis around London, but I never put out anything before. So the past 5 months have been so transformative. Like they've been like the previous 3 packed in 5 months. And you can see that from the videos I posted in January and February, which are like dark and my face is like far away, or they're very like moody or whatever, to now where I'm like screaming to the camera. I don't care, but not because I don't care. It's because that's my personality. When I'm just chatting with someone, so might as well do it there, because that's what makes me me. Or that sounds cheesy, but it's true.
No, and if like you're saying, social media is just a means for the music, then you want to be true to yourself. In what you post.
Exactly.
So yeah, it makes sense.
I think that's true for everybody. I think the social media, like the reels and stuff that we put out for this podcast, like that's just a tiny snippet of the overall thing that we're doing. And if people engage with that, then that's great. But really, it doesn't really mean that much unless they engage with the full thing. Because ultimately, what does that? What does 300 likes mean, or 1,000 likes mean on Instagram when 2 people watch the video? It doesn't mean anything, does it? Like come and watch the full thing. Be a part of the actual community, which is your music is your community that you're building, and it's the same for us. Like come and join it, come and be a part of it, come speak to us, and like experience it with me, experience it through me. You know what I mean? It's like it's that vicarious sort of living, and it's
such a hard like intersection of different things to kind of get someone's attention for those first 3 seconds or whatever, and then have them not just hooked for the video, but just for the whole journey, or whether it's the artists you're featuring or your journey as a podcast. I feel like it really sounds counterintuitive, but if you're not doing those things that are eye-grabbing, you're just gonna filter all the people that are liking your post now but wouldn't care less about the real deep meaning of whatever it is you're doing. But the people that are gonna be interested in following up are the ones who like the honesty of your product. Like if you're giving out exactly like the rawness of what it is you're doing, I think for me it's really easy, because it's me, my face. But if I'm exactly like I would be, like I am with my friends, then people who could potentially be my friends would jump on board. If I try to do the trend or be cool, like Instagram, like TikTok wise or whatever, then that's actually counterintuitive, because everybody's going to be, maybe more people are going to be watching the reel, but then not really as many are going to stick around for that long, if that makes sense.
Over-promising and under-delivering, basically, isn't it? That's what you're doing.
How dare they?
The ego boost everybody likes, so I'm going to accept it.
Do you want to talk about visuals for a second? Your style, or we think your style, is super defined.
Oh, thank you.
You've got lace, denim, glitter. You've got this like cinematic flair. But how important is the visual of Berenice in telling your story, and does the aesthetic shape the music or vice versa?
Oh my God, it's
a big one to consume. But
no, because it's making me realize so many things on the spot, and I'm like, should I say that? Is that gonna be? Is
say
that gonna
everything.
Be my nightmare tonight or not? No, I'm definitely, and I don't think in terms of marketing is important, having a clear plan. Like I'm actually like, thank you so much. It means so much, because like you work in your own brain with ChatGPT was my best friend, still is, knows every single detail of my life. And I'm like, that's not healthy, but still I built everything in my own head, and like branding wise or whatever, but then you're never really sure that's delivering or being understood exactly how you thought it. And thank you for saying that. I think for the branding itself, it kind of ties it all together. For me, it's really the image of Berenice, which I kind of feel like I loved how Chapel Rowan sees Chapel as this sort of project that's separated from her. I think that's really healthy. I like to do that because it just helps me not be too personal about ideas on the project per se. And what I realized is I'm putting in Berenice, like literally injecting every single thing that I was terrified of growing up. Like I hated my curly hair. I would straighten it all the time. That was one of the most terrifying thing I ever had to face in school or whatever. Not that people were saying anything. It was just in my head. And I hated it. And now in my brain in the future, which like Berenice is like hair. And like a big and back to the thing about being a woman in the industry. I think that's also the growth I kind of experienced throughout the years, where it's not really about the perfection of a photo or whatever. I see this Berenice project as it's a woman where there's a stance, and she's got a stance, and she's got an idea, and she's just living in the world and creating, like experiencing things. And I think body image in that I can see how it evolved throughout the years. So like until 2 years ago, I would have never been able to shoot a music video. And that was why I was terrified to do it, like right the day before. But then I saw the fact that it was like a woman standing there and like being on her own and living experiences in her own terms. And I think that is a big part of this whole styling. You know,
Berenice is almost making you be braver in yourself.
That's a huge compliment. I wouldn't go that far. I would say it helps me because I'm like, oh, but that's my job. It's not me.
Well, I feel like
bold and loud and like unapologetic a little bit.
I like that.
That's kind of what I was always scared to do. Like actually, Berenice is my third name on my passport, and I think not even my friends are sitting here, and I think they didn't even really know it until years after they met me, because I was so scared of people knowing that was my third name. And I called her Berenice, and I'm putting curly hair on her, and I think that says something.
Yeah, definitely.
That's brilliant. Being picked as one of Rolling Stone's new artists to watch is a pretty big deal.
Thank you.
What was your reaction to that?
I still kind of, I put it in a drawer because it's such a huge thing for my brain to comprehend. I'm just like, okay, because otherwise I feel like I would just sit back and be like, I realized my dream. No, I'm joking. It was amazing. I was with my friends, and I was properly celebrated. But it doesn't feel real. No. I think my brain is still kind of grappling with that. I like the fact that it's like, okay, good, move on. What's next? Let's go. I think it was a really, really nice pat on the shoulder, scratch to the ego, because I've been exhausted for a while, and that was kind of at a point where I would never be like, I'm not doing music. I will always do music full time, even if I'm not putting out music, but I will still do music. But I was kind of like, okay, maybe let's slow down. And then that was just like, no, actually what you've done until now by yourself has been great. So moving forward. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
That's a brilliant answer. I think it's great to look at it in that perspective and go like, this is just the start. Like that is just a signpost to say I'm going the right way, and as long as I can take that and run with it and just keep going and keep pushing and keep developing myself, and I think I think that's a very honest way of looking at it.
Thank you. No, I think exactly. It's the two sides of, you're never really, so something really cute that I thought the other day was that if I told myself, even just like 5 years ago, 10 years, like the cutest is like 8 years ago. No, when I was 8,
Yeah.
Like little baby Matilda with the anxieties and not having lived those experiences yet or whatever, I would be mind blown that this is my life now, that I just drove to York for 5 hours with my best friends for a podcast on my new EP with my songs that I wrote about life that I lived. Crazy. Don't really think that's my life really, but it is. So what was the question? I forgot.
Or just saying how wonderful it is for your perspective on the...
So it's great to be like set, but then the other side of that is you never really celebrate your wins because you're always thinking about the next thing, because by the time you're winning, you're already on to the next thing. And that makes so it's a risky bit. I feel like I have so much to prove to myself in this field that nothing. I don't know when I'll be like, okay, I hope that's I don't want it to happen. Honestly, I think that's a good.
You don't want to be satisfied with it.
Yeah.
You want to carry on.
Since you put it in such a wonderful way, looking forward with your EP Antipasti out in the world. It will be out in the world by the time this is out.
Oh yeah.
And a full-length album on the horizon. What are you most excited about for the next phase of Berenice?
Recording music. Yeah. So I kind of, because I was marketing so much of my music in the past few months, I think I kind of fell into the horrible bit of, and this is me in the studio, not me writing songs, which happens separately, at least have happened separately until now, where I'd be kind of, like my brain was full of whatever I thought my music should sound like for whatever social media thing or how people would perceive my music. But in the past couple of weeks, I've just like, it clicked back again and I'm just excited, and I always hated synths, and now I'm like, let's put more synths on the track, and I haven't had that in a while, and I think it's beautiful, and so I'm really, really excited.
I think everybody goes through that synth.
It's
the synth cycle. I think.
Yeah. I definitely goes through I've had synth fever.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's happened to the best of us.
Amazing. Well, it's time to drop into your second live session. Do you want to tell us what you're going to be performing and a little bit about it?
Okay. I'll be performing If I Took a Shot, which is my next single. I'm so excited about it. Oh, and so excited for it to be in the world because it's a proper like message in a bottle song, and I love it. It's one of the songs I'm weirdly enough mostly proud of, because it just is 3 minutes and it's exactly how I felt for the past 10 years, and I love it. And I had my friends coming up and singing on the track. My mom shouting on the track. There's like footsteps and claps and all the things that you want from a proper like bar song where everybody's celebrating tequila and heartbreak and situationships. Here we go. Like that's the beauty of community.
It's epic. It's
brilliant. I really love hearing you talk about this one. It's so nice.
Yeah, because I think I haven't been this excited about like literally 3 minutes of life in a while, because it's so. Because my feelings have always been rotating about the songs that I was writing at the time, and this is kind of the song of the songs. Right, it's a song for those songs. Right, I'm really excited. And it's the first time I ever played harmonica in the studio where I recorded the song. And harmonica has been my personality for the past few months. I love the harmonica. I learned harmonica. I wanted to play it at this gig. I love it, and it's on the track, and I'm playing it, and I'm super proud.
Brilliant. Well, I can't wait. Let's give it a listen.
Thank you. You make me lie to my mother that I don't care if you got a job, a cat, a wife. Brush it off like I'm 16. Make me lie to myself that I can make you fit in a drawer folded up, nice and neat and shut back in. If I took a shot for every time that I sang you in a song,
Oh, by now I'd be off my face, slurring out your name. Maybe then at least you would know. Oh, honey, hardly a woman, I just learned enough so I could sound like one. And now you're back and I'm sad on a school bus seat. Oh, but if I took a shot for every time that I sing you in a song, oh, by now I'd be off my face, slurring out your name. Maybe then at least you would know. I'm still here, next to my chest on a school bus, tracing your name in an arrow on every time that you talk to me. So I'll put it in a box, but I won't keep it shut. And I lie to my mom. But if I took a shot for every time that I sang you in a song, oh, by now I'd be out my face, slurring out your name. Maybe then at least you would know. One tequila shot for every time that I swore I could move on. By now I'd be off the rails, your ghost in my veins. Maybe then at least you would know.
So we've made it all the way through to the quickfire section. Well done. You've survived mine
Thank
and
you.
Kitty's incessant questions.
Oh,
So it's time for some quickfire ones, and I will caveat that I'm rubbish at writing quickfire questions, so they're potentially not very quickfire.
yeah, exactly. Is that how much quick should I?
Just I
Don't
think
panic.
you-
I feel
I
like
think-
some people really
Yeah,
panic.
yeah.
It doesn't have to
I'm
be.
like,
There's no
Reg.
timer. There's
No,
no
no.
countdown.
Okay.
It's okay.
Violet.
we'll be all right. We'll ease you into it, so it's all right.
Thank you.
So what's one sound or instrument you're obsessed with right now?
Harmonica.
I knew that. I don't
We
even know
knew
why
that
I asked.
already.
Easy.
As soon as I read it, I was like, what a stupid
I thought
question that is.
One we're actually really interested in that we've briefly touched upon away from the microphone is tell us about getting a love bite for your music video.
Oh God. That is my 5 seconds of celebrity. I was the same. But yes, and I think we're literally doing bit by bit where we might be getting to 1 million views. So I put out a music video 2 weeks ago where it was a super creative endeavor where we had no budget, just friends loving the arts and being creative. And I love it because I had exactly this video in mind when I wrote the song, and it's exactly how it was always supposed to be. And
Oh, that's good.
it's the first one we ever work on, and it's the first one I ever did. And then we wanted to put up, we were doing like the outfit for the video or whatever, and I was doing the little catwalks in the house. And then I had this bandana, and I was like, bandana in, bandana out, bandana in, bandana out. And then my friend was like, I think you can put it on halfway through the video. And I'm like, that's perfect. And then her boyfriend goes, maybe she could have a hickey. And I'm like, and I can put the bandana on top of it. That's why I put the bandana. The concept of the video is like the catwalk of shame, I call it. So
Right.
you're going out from a date the morning of the morning after, walking to another date. So the whole video is between the 2 dates. So you have a hickey from the night before, and you put on the bandana for
to hide it
the
for
day
the next
after.
date. Yeah.
I love it.
So back to the hickey video, we're shooting, we're getting ready, and I'm like, we need to get this hickey done, and we'd be out in the sun for like 25 hours. So we needed something that would stick around for a while in the sweat. So I was like, but we can have a real hickey. And I hate hickeys, so no offense to people that love hickeys, of course. But I was always super shy of getting one, super scared of getting one. I think that was my second one my whole life. And it's my girlfriend who gave me the hickey, and we were just cracking up because it was the funniest moment. And I was like, help, Ayuto, help. And then they were just like, oh my God, you have perfume, and now she's about to throw up or whatever. And that whole thing was forever immortalized by Tina, famous Tina.
Yeah.
While Alicia was
I love that
We
Tina
should have
has
got
become
Tina
famous
on.
through
I
this.
know.
she will come. I'm sure she will.
Yeah,
she
we'll
will
have
love
to.
that. And she loves tea.
Oh. Yeah. Well, we should have got her on instead of you then, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she is in New York now.
Oh no.
She just got back because her sister lives. Whatever. Basically, she's taking the video, and Alessia is giving me the hickey, and then I thought that would be a funny BTS. And then this video starts blowing up like crazy. Like, as I said, I posted every single day since January, which is when I was like, okay, I don't care, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Every single day. That's like hundreds of videos overall. And I feel so naive and dumb, but also so embarrassed that that's the video that blows up. Like, nothing else changed. Like, I could see like slow increases, I could see like the overall following increasing, but on TikTok, when they say viral, it's actually crazy. Like, hundreds of views and likes per second, per refresh.
Wow.
That's not scary because I live for it,
Yeah.
obviously. But that is the crazy speed, and we're getting to 1 million views today, hopefully. Which I'm like, oh my God.
That is so exciting.
And then the others are like 300 views.
Yeah, it's just that one that's blown up.
But going back to what you were saying about trying to transfer that attention to your project, using this as a marketing platform, I was over at my friend's in Oxford, and she was like telling me how funny it is that I would be talking for hours to Nina or whatever about like super corporate vocabulary, but then the keywords are hickey video, hickey girl, crazy hat guy, nothing, like whatever, really random ass names.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I've been trying to like wrap my head around how do I transfer this attention to
what you're
my
doing.
music.
Yeah.
So I'm like in the comments going, yes, but did you like the song? Yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
did you feel this emotion when you were 17? Tell me you did.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a great story. I
It
love
is
it.
a really good story.
And it just goes to show that anything can just blow up, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
And it's never what you expect.
It never. I don't think it's ever. No, absolutely not.
That's what I said, and then everybody's like, "Until you're dumb." Like, obviously that was gonna blow up because that's got like sexual innuendos or whatever. And I'm
Well,
like, yes,
yeah.
but not really. Like, it's still like a BTS as a struggling artist on a budget, and it's funny. I think what people liked of that is just friends having fun.
Yeah,
like
the humor of it.
Yeah, being like super organic and real.
Yeah. So you're at your friend's house and they're cooking spaghetti for you, and they snap it in half. What do you do?
Snap in half? What do you mean?
Snap the spaghetti in half.
I'm a really bad Italian.
Oh my God! I was expecting a big reaction.
I'm such a bad
Oh.
Italian.
Is that what? Do you? Don't tell me you snap it in half.
I think
I'm seeing some faces.
my friends are going crazy. I don't care.
Oh my
Like, you do you, bro. Also, though, I must say that the first pasta I ever made in my life was a packaged mac and cheese on a camping stove in Utah. Okay, that was the first time. The second pasta I ever did, my little brother I was babysitting, the pot blew up and he ended up finishing the pot. I don't really like cooking, which is just funny because everything. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. Maybe
Everything's
it's
about the
destroying the
food.
dream,
Maybe-
the illusion.
Maybe your next viral video can be you just snapping
Snapping,
spaghetti,
That is such a stance.
upsetting your nation.
Would I though?
I think it would
I
upset
think
a
so.
lot of
I've
people.
seen.
Well, I'm shooting Oh, maybe that will be out as well by the time this is out. But we're shooting a music video for If I Took a Shot.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh,
there's
that's
going to be spaghetti.
so fun.
And there's going to be spaghetti, hopefully. So I think...
You're in charge of it, are you? There'll definitely be spaghetti.
Logistics, it's hard. Like if you have spaghetti all over a venue's floor and then you have to clean them up, that's
very true.
Yeah, maybe we'll go with tomatoes or whatever. I don't know yet. We'll
That
see.
sounds worse.
Tomatoes are so well known for being less messy than spaghetti.
Well, if spaghetti in tomato sauce, so like tomato sauce is still whatever. Anyways, yes, that would be a great idea to make a stat like that. You can. Tina's doing this with me, and she'll know.
What's your go-to road trip song?
Basically, what we're listening to all the way up here.
Yeah, true.
Oh, we had
journey.
Faces. I think.
Yeah.
We had a club like 2000 Club in Face.
Oh, nice.
I think a song that whatever mood I'm in, I'm always gonna be cheering. It's Shakira.
Nice. Yeah.
When you talk like that, or Crazy in Love by Beyonce.
Great song.
We did TikTok, all the hits from the 2000s, Britney, all of those. But then we had a bebop phase, like a jazz phase after. And then we had a blues phase with Clapton.
You did have a really long time in the car.
Yeah. It was a long day. So road trip song, I don't know. I think I'll go with Springsteen, Tougher Than the Rest.
Nice. I like that.
Good choice. What's the worst live performance moment you've had? What went wrong?
I love this. I have so many. How many answers can I get?
Give me the highlight reel.
Okay. So once I sang behind so this place was called The Pillar. Cute.
Yeah.
Majestic. No.
No.
There's a pillar and the singers sing behind the pillar because it's a pub and people were watching them like the football match and I was playing. So this is the bar. This is where I was sitting. This is the pillar.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
And then that's the football match and people are watching there and I'm behind the pillar. So that was a really, really bad type of I need to prove myself I can make it out alive because nobody cared and couldn't see me. Then I had a gig where within the span of a verse, so same song, same section, a pick broke and then a string broke, but they weren't related. So it's not like the pick broke because the string broke. I broke the pick and then 2 words later I broke a string.
That's
good effort. That is good effort.
That was so. Then we finished. Thank God that was the last song of the set. So we finished it, which was actually kind of fun, to be honest, because I always play by myself with a guitar, which means I have a shield for. Yes. You know, but also stuff to do with my hands. Yeah. Otherwise, what would I do? So then we finished the gig with my friend finishing the song on his guitar, and I was just clapping and trying to make everybody do percussions with me so that the song could still be upbeat or whatever. Yeah. And I realized I loved not having a guitar around, right? Because you can do so much.
Yeah.
So it was a blessing that catastrophic gig was
maybe
made you realize you love dancing around.
Oh, that I knew. Anybody in my life would know.
Amazing. Right then, it's time for us to discover where we can find you. So it's time for you to plug yourself, essentially. What social media platforms are you on?
I feel like we need a little jingle. Something plugging myself.
Yeah, well you'll have to put a little jingle together. We'll record it and we'll overdub it.
Sure. I don't know.
I felt like you were volunteering yourself.
I could. I definitely could. But sometimes I think I have no filter. As a very whatever. Anyways, I do have social profiles, and I'm everywhere at she's Berenice. At she's Berenice.
Yeah.
I get really, really anxious saying this.
Oh, really?
I'm like,
go and watch her everywhere. We can do it for you.
Yes.
Go and watch at She's Berenice on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
Thank you.
She's amazing.
Absolutely.
And yeah, Spotify is capital Berenice.
Yes.
There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us out there, and I'm gonna climb to the top.
You are,
but we
definitely.
can find your big curly hair and your glitter and
The belts.
and
And
the
the belts.
belts.
Yeah.
So for anybody who's watching / listening, all of the social media links will be below anyway. So it's nice and easy for you to all find. Do you have any upcoming gigs? What's going on?
This is juicy. We're getting ready a little tour
Nice.
thing for the fall, autumn.
Remember your audience.
We've not
Around,
reached America yet.
The UK, because I feel like I'm from Italy. I moved here 3.5 years ago, and I lived in London ever since. I went to boarding school in the States, so there's a little bit of variety there. And now I really want to go around and discover this country.
Yeah.
And I was in Bristol last week and Oxford in the same week. Now we're in New York, and I'm gonna go to Manchester. We're kind of doing right now this busking tour thing. So just playing around and being in the crowds, like playing with the people together, and that's been wonderful to explore the country like that. But yes, we're organizing right now a little set of tour dates for autumn, and those are gonna be announced very soon, so stay tuned.
Perfect. And where will people be able to find the tickets and stuff? Are you going to put links on your
Definitely
on your profile?
Instagram mainly, that's the main. So yeah, definitely have a look on my profile. They're gonna be
on the bio.
They're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Perfect. Well, that kind of wraps up another episode of Indie Tea Talk. Massive thank you to Berenice.
Yeah,
for
thank you
travelling
so much.
Thank you
so
guys.
far.
It was amazing.
We were just speaking earlier on, and we feel very humbled that you've driven for 5 hours to come and spend an afternoon chatting with us. It seems surreal. So thank you so much for coming
we
up.
already said that. It's
It's a
the
two-way
other way.
thing. Yeah.
Two-way. Like
Yeah.
I was honored to be asked to be on your podcast. So thank you so
Absolutely,
much for having me.
So thank you again. Thanks to everybody that's joined us. And remember, you can follow Indie Tea Talk on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube. All the links are below. You can find all of Berenice's stuff linked below as well. So please, I do implore that you go and check it out, because it's amazing. And especially your new EP, which I've had a sneaky listen to. And
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I have, yeah. It sounds great, and I
Thank
particularly
you.
love the final track, which is all in Italian.
Oh God, yeah, we haven't talked about it.
No, we
I
haven't.
was
Do you want to go on?
supposed to.
Tell us about it now. Let's do it.
I'm so sorry.
We're jumping back into the podcast, everybody.
It's not
okay.
over.
But yeah, I realized that like the more I kind of tapped into this Italianness that's part of me, the more I wanted to kind of have a part of that in music as well. So I kind of just the week before the deadline for the EP upload, I was like, why don't we do Forgot to Love You in Italian, and it's gonna be called Forgot to Love You al dente, because fuck, and it's a hit. So yeah, we ran back into the studio, and like I was just writing lyrics and recording them at the same time, and it was
amazing.
It was so nice and fun, and honestly, such a growth. Like experience, such a big experience for me, because I never sang in Italian before. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
check that one out.
Yes, definitely
I'm
do.
really, really proud of that one.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And I'm
It
gonna
really
play
is.
some of it today.
Oh, great. I can't wait. So, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And-
I've had a blast.
Brilliant. And until next time, cheers.
Thank you.
Bye.